One person in the cast is like, I don't want to do the thing. Cute.
Hello guys, it is Gate of Theories here, and the iCarly reboot is just around the corner, and one of the big questions this new reboot has led to is, will there be any other Schneider Bakery shows getting reboots? Zoe 101, Drake and Josh, Sam and Cat. But the biggest, of course, is Victorious. We've all been wanting a reboot ever since the show ended way back in 2013, and especially since we never actually got an ending to this iconic show, it would just be amazing if we got a reboot. So, since iCarly has been given the reboot treatment, does this spark hope for Hollywood Arts to bring a return? And if so, what would it look like? Let's get into this one, but before we go any further, please make sure that you've clicked that red subscribe button down below and have your notifications turned on so that you get notified every time we make a brand new Nickelodeon video. Firstly, the big question with any reboot is, are all the cast down for a return? And unlike the iCarly reboot, where unfortunately Jeanette McCurdy has decided not to return, it seems like every cast member from Victorious is ready, even though some of them are literally megastars. We've already seen the cast do a reunion over Zoom during the pandemic, so clearly the cast are up for working together. Elizabeth Gillies said,
I want to do it. I really want to do it. We all want to do it. I can't see why anyone would say no.
Honestly, but
Everyone's down. And if they're not, they suck. One person in the cast is like, I don't want to do the thing. Cute.
And to further show that all the cast would be up for a return, back in 2017, Ariana Grande herself said she'd be down for returning by tweeting, "You're a legend and Victorious needs a finale," and she tagged all of the main cast members. All of the cast members also then responded to this tweet saying they would be down to do a reboot. Not to mention, the cast are still very close and do love to talk about the show, with Ariana Grande getting Matt Bennett and Elizabeth Gillies to perform live on stage some classic Victorious songs such as I Think You're Swell and Give It Up. And if for some reason a cast member couldn't make it or didn't want to take part, then the show could easily go on without them, as the cast is pretty huge already. Or they could do something that the iCarly reboot is doing and introduce new characters to fill that position. However, we've also got to wonder, what would this show actually be about? Because unlike the iCarly reboot, Victorious doesn't really have anything that the characters could just jump back into 11 years later. With iCarly, the reboot is taking place at the age the actors are now, and the characters as adults are returning to host iCarly. But in Victorious, the characters were all in high school, and I think it would be pretty weird to keep them in high school when the cast are all way much older. If the producers really did want it still in Hollywood Arts, they could see the characters returning as teachers, but I just don't see that for these characters, as they seem way too talented to be teaching, and Elizabeth Gillies sort of just shut that down by saying,
You think
No,
it'd be good?
then you don't even have the teachers. And then you don't have the teachers, so then you don't have the kids, so it's kind of like, we're not going to come back and play teachers. I'm not coming back and play teacher.
The other way would be to have some sort of Victorious reboot spin-off show where it shows a whole bunch of new characters in Hollywood Arts going through a similar situation, but the cast have spoken heavily about how they hate that idea as well.
If they used the same kind of sets and they got the same people to do it, then I'd like it. If they're getting all new people to do it and they're just using that name and they're kind of just completely rebranding it, okay. I'm sure the kids they get will be really talented. They just got to do it right.
I think the most likely scenario is to make the reboot for the grown-up audience, similar to what iCarly are doing, and see where the characters have gotten since they left Hollywood Arts. Are they still close friends? Are they successful in their career paths? Many of the cast members have spoken about where they think their characters would be today, and the reboot could just follow that formula and have the characters meet up for a reason that takes them out of their busy lives. For example, Victoria Justice has stated that she thinks Tori would...
I feel like she would be like a really successful songwriter, and maybe like still singing too, but I'd love to see her in like kind of like a Julia Michaels vibe.
Elizabeth Gillies went further and joked about where Beck and Jade would be, saying,
Beck and Jade have a baby, I said that on Twitter. We have a kid. Goth, yet mysterious, tan child.
Who knows, if they went down this route, then it might actually be easier for the show to be accomplished, as the cast may not have to necessarily always be together when filming if all their characters are separate, working on different projects. For example, yes, we know Kat went off to be a babysitter with Sam in Sam and Cat, but we all know after Hollywood Arts she would have become a singer. If the reboot was struggling to get a time when Ariana Grande is free with all of her tours and concerts, then they could just literally film at an Ariana Grande concert and make it out that this is Kat becoming a huge celebrity singer. Honestly, just thinking about all of this made me very excited for a reboot. But how likely is one? If all the cast is down and the ideas have been set, then why isn't one happening like with iCarly? I think the main reason is purely just because how big the Victorious cast are. The cast have some of the top names in the industry, with actors such as Victoria Justice recently restarting her music career, and Elizabeth Gillies at the height of her acting with her show Dynasty. It seems that this would be a lot harder to organise than it would be for something like the iCarly reboot. But the cast are definitely up for it, and it has all been discussed from time to time, but unfortunately just not confirmed, with Victoria Justice stating,
I'm not saying that there hasn't been discussions, but I'm just saying, who knows? I mean, at this time, I don't think that there are any concrete plans. But I guess the answer would just be like, you never know what's going to happen. There's nothing like in the works. Who knows? I don't know.
But the one thing to hint at there ever being a reboot at some point in the future would be to simply close the show, as the show never got a proper ending. As the tweet before from Ariana Grande suggested, what the cast really want is an ending to the show, with cast members such as Elizabeth Gillies saying she'd clear her schedule to film an ending. So, for that reason, instead of a full reboot, maybe just a movie? Just a Victorious movie to round off the end of this iconic show.
Closing moment? Closure?
Yes, that's something that I always said I would clear my schedule for. A Victorious movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that'd be amazing. I want to do it. I really want to do it. We all want to do it.
But anyway, guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you think it's likely that we might get a Victorious reboot? And if we do, what do you think it'll be about? Do you think it's going to be like a TV show set in the future? Or do you think it might be a movie just rounding off the whole show? Do you reckon it may happen at all like the iCarly reboot? And are you excited for this brand new iCarly reboot? Because I definitely am. Let me know all your thoughts down below about what you think this brand new Victorious reboot might be, and if you think it will ever happen. And as always, we've been here on Gate of Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.